behalf of the National Union of Government and Federated Workers and the Women's Executive Council, topic of the spike in violence against women and girls and gender-based violence is a very sad and disturbing topic for me as a woman. Why would our men think that they can treat women this way in particular? Where did they get this education from? What did they see? Because we know that a child lives what they learn. What they see is what they will mimic. And I think even with respect to our songs, and we talk about our culture with calypso and soca, and you would hear the derogatory remarks used as, slut in these calypsos and soca songs. And it's always against women. We have music coming in, other genres of music like hip-hop and the Jamaican style music, and it's always women are on the just derogatory side of what is being sung. And even with regarding violence, you see that perpetrated time and time again. You see that being echoed and re-echoed in the songs, in the movies. And this seeps into the home. Because I ask myself, these persons who are perpetrating these crimes, what's with their parents? I'm not hearing what sort of home did they grow up in? What sort of values were they taught, if any at all? And I think that is what is being seen in our society, because the building block of every society is the home. And whatever transpires in the home, it comes out into the society, seeps into the workplace, seeps into the community, even the churches. And this is another thing, that they have just taken God out of everything. And with that, we see the results of today. Not having respect for yourself, value for life, so that you think you can just treat somebody like that and take snuff out their life without any sort of conscientiousness, and do these things with impunity. I am saying that our men folk especially need to be re-educated. They need a shift in the way that they view women. And I think we as women can help in that respect by having respect for ourselves, by supporting each other as women, by encouraging each other, by the older women mentoring the younger women, and by fathers teaching their sons through not just the words, but by how they see them treat their mothers, to appreciate, to respect, and to value women. The Union of Government and Federated Workers, the President General, Mr. James Lambert, myself as the General Secretary, and also the President of the Women's Executive Council, I wish you a happy International Women's Day 2021. My desire is to see women continue to support each other and to rise, so that in the future there will not be female leaders, but there will be leaders altogether, and there will be no distinction between male and female, but that everyone will be taken according to their ability. There is a saying that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. And women, we have really come a long way. Let us continue to press forward so that that glass ceiling will be broken. You have women holding great positions now in the world that was never before. You have women as chancellors, as presidents of countries, and you have women right here in Trinidad and Tobago as ministers and women who continue to charter the course. We have a woman as our president in Paula May Weeks in Trinidad and Tobago. So we see that we have come a long way, but we still have further to go. Let us continue then to support each other along the way. Let's lift each other up, and together we will be able to reach the place that we should be as women in an organization. I thank you.
Good morning, Mrs. Chapman. It's a pleasure to see you again, and happy International Women's Day to you and the entire NUGFW family. It's really a pleasure being with you again on another International Women's Day commemoration. Our last meeting for International Women's Day 2019 was indeed unforgettable. Thank you for having me again. You know, being elevated isn't an easy task. I remember when I was first approached to become more involved in politics, and I was quite reluctant because I'm naturally a shy person. However, a passionate desire to contribute towards shaping the policies that inform the society that I'm in, and also the fact that as a mother I wanted to be able to shape the society my children inherited, that would have propelled me into active politics and would have given me the courage to offer myself to serve as a parliamentarian. But it has not been an easy road. As a woman, a working woman, sometimes it becomes difficult for you when you have to find that work and family life balance. However, with strong support systems, with the support of your colleagues, your constituency, your family, your extended family, meaning those persons who reach out to you and interact with you via social media, that helps to ground me. And that helps to ensure that I remain, committed, but also not losing myself and the essence of who I am as a woman in politics in service throughout this journey. The Office of the Prime Minister would have worked continuously over the period to ensure that there is a meaningful legislative agenda for us to end violence against women. I am happy that through the collaborative efforts of the team that we call the Cabinet, we would have seen meaningful changes happening. We would have amended the Domestic Violence Act to bring greater remedies for women who are victims. We would have expanded certain definitions and categories so that more persons could be afforded the protection required. We would have ensured that through our work and our advocacy and through our policy formulation at the legislative level, that we would have ensured that protection orders are now more effective, but also we would have ensured that we put in place systems for electronic monitoring so that those persons who are perpetrators, we would be able to really identify where they are and so provide another layer of protection for women. I must note that now with the establishment and the coming into force of our sexual offenders registry, we can now keep an eye and a track on those persons who are sexual offenders, thereby providing our women with greater protection. However, what is key and what is central to our work is the all-of-government approach, where various ministries collaborate together, but not only just ministries, where the different services and agencies of the state work together. We see the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service with their gender-based violence unit and the different units established to provide protection, not only for women who are victims of domestic violence, but also for our girls who also may fall prey to those persons who may be pursuing them for sexual means. So we have a child protection unit up and running throughout the divisions in Trinidad and Tobago. We have our gender-based violence unit, and we also have our victims and witness support unit, which also provides another measure of safety and security for those persons in Trinidad and Tobago, particularly our women who are vulnerable. So we have quite a number of initiatives coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister, Gender and Child Affairs. I'm particularly proud of the work that we are doing now in collaboration with the NGO sector, as well as our international development partners, through what we call the Spotlight Initiative to End Gender-Based Violence. Outside of the Spotlight initiative to end gender-based violence, we also have the work being done particularly to target men and boys through the Barbershop initiative. But coming out of the Ministry of Trade is the She Trades Hub. This is a novel idea where we have created a platform for female entrepreneurs and business owners so they have the opportunity to become more empowered and to promote their businesses and to network, thus creating opportunities for female economic empowerment. I am particularly proud of the work that government would have done through the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services throughout the period of COVID, providing that social safety net, particularly for women, so that no one in our society, no woman, no child would have been left behind. I'm doing a number of outreach activities through media, social media, normal media. We are going to partner with a number of stakeholders to ensure that International Women's Day 2021 would not be glossed over. We will be going out to different organizations and partnering, be it virtual partnerships or in-person collaboration, spreading the message of International Women's Day. We are going to work with civil society, different ministries and departments. International Women's Day, because it focuses on women's empowerment and leadership, especially during the COVID-19 period, we are using this time to create a platform to promote those women who are leaders, but not only promote women who are leaders, but also to recognize and highlight the up-and-coming young women in Trinidad and Tobago who have the potential to become great leaders. I'm particularly excited for this year as we will be focusing on the protection of women and addressing the needs of women in leadership through several initiatives. These include Women Unite, a Defense for Peace. This is a televised self-defense program geared towards women and girls, which will provide situational awareness and self-defense techniques that will help them protect themselves in the face of physical and sexual assault and attacks and abuse. This is critical, particularly coming out of what we would have experienced recently and with the spate of women being abducted and attacked in Trinidad and Tobago. Women in Politics Project is another exciting initiative, which will prepare and socialize women from across the political divide who are interested in one day standing for the people of Trinidad and Tobago within the political arena. It aims at raising awareness about representation at all levels of our political system, which will allow their increased representation and advocacy for gender equality issues. Leadership for Gender Justice initiative, which targets women who are already active or aspiring to enter political or public leadership by providing an opportunity to develop personally and professionally. Remember, please follow us at Gender and Child Affairs as we celebrate International Women's Day 2021.